Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
I'll get the guns, the drugs from my generation. I'll take the fall, the state, and across the nation. And it's a sin, the guns, the fake, the fraud, the messing with me. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get it out.
Come on in, have a seat, let's get comfy, kick up your feet, let's talk some wrestling, shall we? Welcome to the Hold 1005 podcast. I am your host, Brandi, also known as Ryan Taylor Girl. I live in Alaska. It's currently rainy, not snowing. I'm happy about that, by the way. I don't like snow. And, yeah, I want it to be Halloween already.
Give it a few more weeks.
I want it now.
Good things come to those who wait, Halloween included.
Well, my co-host, of course, is the yin to my yang, and he balances out my insanity.
Robbie S. here as always, letting you guys know that if you're planning on donating any money to breast cancer awareness this month, for the love of God, make sure it's not Susan G. Komen.
Please use a reputable charitable foundation. Make sure that this money actually goes to cancer research to help patients and survivors. And a good one that ROH is currently partnering with is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. They have a t-shirt that's special edition with the pink ribbon for breast cancer, or you can just donate directly, which is what I'm going to do. So
yes, WWE is partnering with Susan G. Komen for another year again, and I don't know if I want to talk about this because I feel if I do, we're going to go off into a totally different avenue of rant mode, and I don't feel like it'll be appropriate.
no, we'll just leave it at Susan G. Komen has a track record or history, if you will, of not always being fully disclosed about what their money is for, and not all of it goes to cancer research.
Less than 20% of it. Less than 20% of the donations.
Less than 20%. That's not that much. So
yes,
if you're gonna donate, check out your charity first.
Yes, look into the breast cancer research foundation, like Brandi mentioned. Maybe a local organization in your area. I was on Tumblr and people were referring to the Avon. I think it's the Avon Foundation, and
yes.
how that helped their grandparents and people in their family recover. So keep those in mind if you feel like donating this month.
And always the American Cancer Society is a good option. There's always walks for hope that you can participate.
Oh, and where'd Brandi go?
Must have been a disconnection. Yes, right now, as far as the breast cancer awareness foundations are concerned, you know the right ones to choose. You know which ones to go to. Please make sure your money goes to the right place, because at this point, you'd be better off flushing your money down the toilet as opposed to giving it to Susan G. Komen, because at least then you know where it's going.
Funny story, actually.
What's the
Number one, my doctor's office called me to remind me of my doctor's appointment tomorrow. It would be funnier if it was for my breast exam, because as a woman, or not really just as a woman, as a person with breasts, you have to get them checked annually just to make sure there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there. But my cousin, when he was like 2, flushed like $700.
Oh my God!
Down the toilet.
Well, look on the bright side. At least the parents knew where it was going, right?
Exactly. So sorry, got put on hold there. It was a weird thing, but yes, check out your charities first, and always support the cause and not really just the label or the brand.
Yes, but I think we've talked enough about Susan G. Komen. We gave them enough attention for one podcast now.
This is true. I'm not even going to hashtag them.
Oh, see, that's even more disrespectful.
So we'll go ahead and get into our little game first, because we got some important wrestling stuff and feels to talk about. So not last week, but the last time we had a show, the move to name was number 237, which Vicky, of course, guessed correctly as the reverse Irish whip. And so she is now 17-0.
Watch your ass, Goldberg.
Yeah, more like watch my ass because 3 more weeks are until I have to
Don the cape and cowl, figuratively, of course.
don the cape and cowl and figure out how to stream this thing for you guys. But thank you, Keith.
We are not going to nay. Forget that.
But anyway, in honor of my father, who is 56, this week's move to name is number 56. So if you know what move number 56 is, you can tweet me at Ryan Taylor Girl, tweet the show at Hold 1005. We're on Facebook. You should like us. Tumblr, you can find both of us. So if you know what it is, let us know and save us from having to endure what is a, figuratively a train wreck of me trying to play video games.
Trainwreck or the best content to be seen? Who knows? Who's to say?
Train wreck with lots of expletives.
Because we know you guys love those. You
Well,
boys and girls love your curse words.
it's me. I'm gonna curse a lot because I just curse a lot.
You do, but you know that's what's cool on the internet. You know, you curse a bunch of times, you get views. It's all uphill from there.
So anyway, we'll go ahead and go into the wrestling for the week. Tomorrow will be the next NXT special, NXT Takeover Respect, which
Returning
will
home to Full
be,
Sail.
of course, returning home to Full Sail after a very successful show in Brooklyn, uh, which will be, of course, headlined by the first ever in WWE history 30-minute Iron Woman match between Sasha Banks and Bayley for the NXT Women's Championship.
To say that I'm excited for this would be a tremendous understatement. At Brooklyn, they had what I would consider to be one of the finest women's matches in history. I have to believe they're going to top themselves with this 30-minute Iron Woman match. And I believe it's going to be emotional, but for different reasons than in Brooklyn.
Definitely different emotions because as we're aware, Sasha and Bayley are part of the original NXT Revolution,
Hmm.
NXT Women's Revolution, in WWE in general. They're close friends. They're part of the Four Horsewomen of WWE. They both have shared a dream for many years to be WWE divas and to be champions. And they also recently both shared essays that they had written in school about getting to the WWE and being champions. And Sasha was in her hometown last night in Boston, and of course Bayley was in her hometown over WrestleMania weekend for San Jose, California. So it's really been an emotional several months for these girls, and I can't wait to see them continue to soar because once we get that pesky Nikki Bella, get that dead weight off of Charlotte's agenda at Hell in a Cell, we can maybe see a Sasha Banks Charlotte rematch for the WWE Divas Championship.
And it's good that you mentioned the essays that Bailey and Sasha made when they were kids, because you have to consider they've been wanting this since they were young, since they were very little. They weren't just plucked out of a modeling magazine and thrown out there. They weren't scouted by some talent agent. They worked their asses off. They toiled in the indies for a few years, a number of years, and they made their way to NXT where they plied their craft.
Exactly, and it's definitely going to be the match of the night as well as your main event, which is obviously history because it'll be the first time that at a special or pay-per-view the divas, the women, have been your main event, which is very special. And I can't think of any better people to do it because I think a lot of people sleep on Bayley because she's cute and she's wears the headbands and she's got the Izzy in the crowd and hugs, and that
She's
girl
an
can work.
she's an identifiable babyface and easily one of the most well-rounded workers I've seen.
Definitely. She worked in SoCal for many years. I saw her twice
Hmm.
when she was under her moniker of Davina Rose. I saw her once in California and once in Las Vegas. and
So
she
that
was
must be cool
very,
for you.
very solid. Yeah, it is pretty cool to see. Oh, like, oh, I know that person. I saw that person before they. It's like those people who know like Brad Pitt or somebody before they got famous.
Yeah, you see them grow, you see them progress and become better athletes, and when you see them at this level that Bailey's at now as the women's champion, it's got to feel pretty fulfilling, right?
It is. It's very fulfilling. There's also a special on NXT or on NXT that's on the WWE network now, which you can get your
Mhm.
free month if you have not yet subscribed to the WWE network. Otherwise, it's
Yes.
just $9.99 a month, and you get a lot of good content. But this special takes place over the preparation for NXT Brooklyn, and it's called WWE 24.
And to say that it's emotional, again, I think would be an understatement. They focused a lot on Bailey, Sasha, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, who were in the two biggest matches of that night. And
And you,
you talked about the essay before with Bailey. She was actually sitting on the ring apron reading it, and yet the essay said how she wanted to be a wrestler and how her goal, her dream was to become women's champion. And you see her become very emotional as she's reading it, trying to fight back tears, and it's kind of heart-wrenching because not a whole lot of people get that opportunity when they've dreamed about it for so long. And the fact that Bailey got that through her hard work, again, it's fulfilling. And I think that anyone who loves uh, wrestling, a good underdog story, will appreciate the special.
definitely, and you get to see the man behind the monster, behind the French Canadian murder bear, as he's
Mhm.
known on Tumblr, Kevin Owens. And you get to see him with his son. And when he's with Owen, which is
Mhm.
his son and not his last name, it's super sweet how he is with his kids. It's adorable.
Yeah, it's very very playful how he wanted his son to do his entrance for him, and his son Owen is just very shy and a far cry from his father, but I think that'll develop over
He's
time.
shy until you get to because he was on when he was Kevin Steen and he would do Kevin Steen's Weekend Escapades. And Owen was on a couple of those. And he's shy until he opens up a little bit or he's comfortable with who's behind the camera because that kid is hilarious. Like, he is so
Yeah,
funny.
and you can tell he loves his dad because they showed the night when Kevin Owens debuted on Raw, and they showed it side by side with the Vine or Instagram photos that
The Vine,
Instagram
yeah.
videos that were posted, and you could just see the light in his eyes when he sees his dad approach John Cena. It's pretty adorable.
It is. It's positively adorable. And I want to see the part about Finn Balor because that's the one you don't hear a lot about. You get a lot of
Yeah,
coverage. Maybe I'm just not following the right people on Tumblr.
it
Uh,
made me laugh. It made me laugh though because at one point he was talking about his body paint and how he was talking to his friend Carl Anderson of the Bullet Club in New Japan, and how Carl Anderson told him that the body paint was a stupid idea, and Finn had a lot of stupid. And out of all those stupid ideas Finn's had, that's probably the stupidest one. So so suffice it to say, the
that
machine gun
sounds
is
like Carl Anderson, though. That sounds like him.
the machine gun ate a little bit of crow, I guess.
Just a little bit. I mean, it's surprising what gets over with people. So, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of a stupid idea, but it works, so go for it.
It does, it does. But yeah,
And
highly recommended viewing. It's about an hour, a little less than an hour long. So if you have time to spare, check it out.
definitely. And so we'll go ahead and preview the NXT special. I don't know anything because my father passed away and he's who I started watching wrestling with. So I've kind of really disconnected from a lot of stuff. Like most of what I've been reblogging on Tumblr lately has just been artistic, aesthetic pictures, memes,
Yeah,
not too much wrestling because it's hard for me to go back because as much as wrestling has saved me over the years, it's emotional because of the connection.
and I
So
don't blame you.
I definitely can't watch the cuteness of Kevin Owens and his kid yet because once upon a time that was kind of like me and my dad. So
Hmm. Right, and it's
we'll go ahead
understandable.
and preview the NXT special. We'll have, of course, as we mentioned, the main event will be Sasha and Bailey. And I'm waiting on my freaking Sasha Banks legit boss rings WWE shop.
Did it ship yet?
They've shipped.
Oh.
They went through Pacifica,
Hmm.
I think, somewhere. But it's like fish. It's like molasses in February in the snow, slow. So I have no idea where it is right now.
I'm
Um,
sure it'll be there soon enough.
exactly. Just not in time to wear for tomorrow. Uh, but and then there'll also be the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. We
Yeah,
have
we
the
got the
two semifinals matchups, and then the later in the evening, they'll probably start the show with those two matches just to give them time to rest and recover um, for later in the night to have the finals. So I know I've asked you before, but who is in it again?
the first match. One of the matches is Finn Balor and Samoa Joe teaming up to take on the Mechanics, aka Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder.
They really need to drop that gimmick.
Yeah, the Mechanics are good wrestlers, but I can see why the gimmick kind of it gets lost in translation.
It's boring. Mechanics.
Yeah, and the second of the semifinals is the team of Jason Jordan and Chad Gable taking on the duo of Baron Corbin and Rhino.
Oh,
I know you love Corbin, but I
I'm a
gotta
wolf man.
I gotta support my boys. But that's just me.
I love Baron Corbin. I'm indifferent to Rhino, so I don't really want them to win. And while I love Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, it's like, no, they can't win. They're not even a real team right now. They're just kind of
Right.
thrown together, so they're not going to win.
True, true. But yeah, the winners of those two matches will go on later on that night to compete in the finals. The winner will be the team to win will be the inaugural winners of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
And the trophy presentation or whatever it is that they're going to give them uh, will be presented by Cody and Dustin Runnels, uh, Dusty's sons. So that'll be emotional because obviously they're still trying to cope with life going on after
Yeah,
after losing someone, and it's hard, but unfortunately that's all that you can do. One of my favorite quotes is, in 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life: it goes on. And it does.
it does.
So it's emotional because it's sort of opening up that wound again, but at the
Mhm.
same time it's something to be proud of because this is a really different and unique tribute, but definitely very fitting.
It is. It is. And whoever wins it, they're going to be in the history books, and they're going to do a great man a huge honor.
Definitely. What else is
Well,
on the slate?
there's also the the King of Cuteville, Tyler Breeze, taking on the newcomer Apollo Crews in a match where I think Tyler Breeze's frustration has built to a point where he it's almost like he's outgrown NXT, but he's still sort of stuck there. He's been given matches, opportunities to prove himself against Jushin Liger, for example, in Brooklyn, which he lost
Lost.
um, in the first
He got
round.
some pretty good Liger selfies though.
He did. He did. There was also the first. There was also the first round of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which he teamed with Bolt Dempsey and promptly lost.
Well, I just
So
blame that on his partner because
yeah, I guess bullfit doesn't fix everything.
no.
But at this point, Tyler Breeze now has to take on Apollo Crews, who has gained quite a bit of momentum as the newcomer.
AC Nation.
Mhm. So that should be a fun mid card match. I think that it's gonna show just how underplayed NXT's mid card is at times because we focus a lot on the women and the main scene.
This is true, and I think it's going to give Apollo Crews a different challenge because the matches we've seen him in have been more of like squashes or short
Yeah.
matches where he really didn't get to show a lot, but the man that is Apollo Crews, who the rest of us have known as Wuhan Nation, is very technically capable. And so I think he and Tyler Breeze are going to have a nice match that's maybe 7 to 10 minute range, maybe. So I think that will definitely go a long way in showing the range of Apollo Crews.
I would think so. And in the last match announced for this show is Dana Brooke taking on, in her in-ring debut in NXT, the former Kana, now known as Asuka.
Asuka.
Yes.
And one of the few videos that I've seen on Tumblr of the GIF sets is, I think it's because you reblogged it, but it's Emma and Dana are taunting Asuka and, trying to get under her skin, and she's sad and seemingly affected by what they say, and she walks away, and then she just looks back up at the ring, and she just gets this sinister, deadly, just smirk on her face, and it's just like, oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
I love it. Asuka can tell a story with just a few expressions than most people do with words. I think that's a very good talent to have.
Yes, it's somewhat of a lost art because a lot of people in this coming generation, like a lot of people aren't really strong in the facial expressions. And it's one thing to be strong with your body expression because you really have to make sure you're exaggerating to show just what type of pain, and you have to really work at that, but to also incorporate the facial expressions, like she's really, really talented at that. And I think that is a strength of hers, considering her English is a bit of a weakness still. So I think that'll go a long way in helping get her over with the American audience, because obviously you don't have to hear what she's saying to know what she's bringing and what she's feeling into this match.
I would agree. I think that's going to be the big strength of hers going forward. And for those who have not seen Asuka, aka Kana's work in Japan, I recently posted an article on 87sportsfans.com regarding Asuka, and 7 of her matches she's had in Japan that I picked out, I posted them in an article, I discussed them, and give you a general understanding of what makes them so special. So if you'd like to educate yourselves a little bit before TakeOver, give that a read. Maybe you'll come away impressed and more excited to see her show what she can do.
Exactly. And on that note, we'll go ahead and go to break right now. We can go get a snack, go check out Robbie's article, and find some videos to watch later tonight. We'll see you right back here on the Hold 1005 podcast.
Do you feel like everything you do just opens a door that'll make things
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
All right, welcome back to the Hold 1005 podcast. I hope you got nice and comfortable, because I know we did. So, we talked about NXT and what's going down tomorrow night on the WWE Network.
Yes.
I totally forgot what we were going to talk about next.
Well, we're talking...
Right. Sorry, I cut you off because I remembered. But last time we were on here, we had our good friend Scott Loss on, former pro wrestler, now comic book artist, entrepreneur, all-around cool guy. And he was talking about his Kickstarter for issue number 5 of the Second Shift, which is his comic series about a group of teenagers, young adults, what have you, who work day jobs during the day and are superheroes by night. And we did want to let you know that that Kickstarter was successfully funded. They're currently working on getting the issue together to send to print. And so the issue number 5 will probably be out by Christmas. So, yay!
A little stocking stuffer for you all.
Yes, because I'm assuming all of you donated because I told you to.
No, how
And
could
it's
they?
an awesome campaign.
How could they say no? You're downright charming.
I do try, but it's wrestling and comic books put together. What more could you ask for, really? You can't. That's right. But we also wanted to talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling's next big event is King of Pro Wrestling
Yes, October 12th on the New Japan on
World.
AJPW World. So, if you've subscribed to the service, which is around $8.25, $8.30 a month, you have access to it when it comes out.
Depending on if your bank charges you a foreign transaction fee or not. Mine does, so that bumps the price up to around $8.40, $8.45.
Yeah. In short,
But
your mileage
still,
varies.
exactly. And because the relationship between the dollar and the yen changes, but it's only 999 yen, so it's cheaper than the network. You get a lot of good content, and you're like, well, the commentary's in Japanese. I'm not going to know what they're saying. This is the event for you, because King of Pro Wrestling is going to have English commentary. That's right. They're going to be hosted by Matt Stryker of Lucha Underground and Kevin Kelly of Ring of Honor.
When I
So,
first heard about this pairing, I tilted my head a little bit because it's a strange pairing. I'd never thought about that, but at the same time, I like it because I think Kevin Kelly is fine as sort of like that Michael Cole-esque neutral play-by-play guy. Matt Stryker, he's a little bit more colorful. He's very descriptive, and he has wrestling experience, so he fills that role pretty well too.
he does, and I think hopefully it will give Matt Stryker the role to be more of the personality as opposed to being the straight man on the play-by-play like he was with Vampiro. Speaking of Matt Stryker, Lucha Underground, Vampiro, season 2 of Lucha Underground is a go. They will begin filming probably November, December, around there to start filming in what the press release said was the first quarter of 2016, which is January through March. So anywhere between there, they'll debut the second season of
I can't wait.
Lucha Underground. I'm super pumped for that. We're still waiting on our DVD set, Lucha Underground.
Please.
Please.
But yeah, as far as New Japan Pro Wrestling is concerned, we have King of Pro Wrestling, and while it seems like there's a number of sort of throwaway matches, there are actually a couple of really important ones. At least to me, it seems like they're very important. Chief among them, in my view, being Hiroshi Tanahashi, the G1 Climax winner, defending his number 1 contenders right at Wrestle Kingdom 10 against my most improved wrestler of the year, Tetsuya Naito.
So if you don't fall asleep during Naito's entrance because he walks as slow as the Undertaker on a bad night, he'll be taking on Tanahashi, and what's on the line is to main event Wrestle Kingdom 10, which is their WrestleMania. So
And you could not have booked this better because for those who don't know, Naito was actually the winner of the G1 Climax a couple years ago, and he was set to main event Wrestle Kingdom 8. Around that time, though, the fans had sort of grown sour toward him. They didn't think he deserved it. So the fans voted to have not the world title match that Naito was supposed to be in, but the IC title match featuring Tanahashi and Shinsuke Nakamura, meaning that Naito kind of had to play second fiddle. So when he was challenged by Tanahashi for this event, Naito said something to the effect of, "Let's let the fans vote and see if they want to see it." Basically, he's basically telling the fans, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, pretty much. And Naito has turned out of the tailspin of not having much direction
hmm
since having to have that loss of playing not the main event role at Wrestle Kingdom 8. He's kind of turned that around with turning heel and having this morose entrance where he just walks like 10 seconds, 10 steps a second or something, you
Yeah,
know?
he's just become a big dickhead, just spitting at referees and shoving them and spitting at the wrestlers and basically just taking them lightly.
That and the skull mask, because the skull mask is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's such a heel. I'm very excited for that.
Exactly. And it should be noted that while he spits at referees, nobody spits at Red Shoes, who's
Mhm.
a rather infamous referee. There's always that one or two referees that have personality that get noticed. With New Japan Pro Wrestling, that's Red Shoes. And how do you know if
Yeah.
it's Red Shoes? Well, he's wearing red shoes. That's how you know it's Red Shoes.
No, really?
I
Shoot.
know, it's creative marketing.
I gotta contact the president. Gotta tell Obama about it.
Well, yeah, he's already got a red phone. Might want to steal Red Shoes' shoes.
Oh, bada boom. Realest lady in the
Uh-uh.
room.
I do try. What else is on your
Mhm.
must-see list for King of Pro Wrestling?
The IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match. Kenny Omega defending against ROH's own Matt Seidel.
Seidel.
What'd I say?
Seidel?
Oh, Matt Seidel. Sorry. Sorry, Matt.
Seidel is an adjective.
Yeah. But yeah, Omega versus Seidel in what I think is going to be a very good match because Seidel has, that he's one of the favorites in Ring of Honor. He's developed kind of a following in Japan during the few matches I've seen of him there. And Omega, his personality is off the charts. I'd say he's almost like Dean Ambrose in the sense that he's got this unpredictability, and that makes him so much more entertaining to watch.
And he gets all the ladies.
Well, you can't deny the cleaner, right?
No, especially not with that glorious hair of his.
By glorious, you mean a freak show?
Beautiful. What is wrong with you, darling? That's beautiful hair.
You know, there's no accounting for taste. I'll let you have it.
Exactly.
And there's also the IWGP Heavyweight Championship rematch. AJ Styles challenging Kazuchika Okada in the main event. And, you can make the argument that these two have faced each other a lot of times, probably too many, but at the same time, when they're in the ring together, you pretty much expect greatness from them.
Exactly. I would liken this to like a modern day, like The Rock and Stone Cold. Like,
hmm
it's just pure magic when you get those two together. And of course, when you're an uber fangirl like me and you love both Okada and AJ Styles, it's like, oh my god, my ovaries are going to explode because I can't decide who to pick.
Not on the podcast. Explode them somewhere else, okay?
Well, since it's all indoor plumbing, darling, you actually wouldn't hear anything.
Wow, that's a lot of information that I don't think any of our viewers wanted to hear.
I'm a
But
girl, I don't mind sharing. I must inflict my pain on everybody else.
you will. You know what's not painful though?
What?
More New Japan Pro Wrestling news. As
No.
far as Access TV is concerned, did you know starting October 9th, Access TV is going to be broadcasting Wrestle Kingdom 9, which was the big event from January 4th of this year. Basically, the 10 matches from that show are going to be broadcast over 5 consecutive weeks from the 9th to November 6th. And commentating is the ever-reliable team of Mauro Ranallo and Josh Barnett. For those who don't know, Ranallo previously did commentary for mixed martial arts shows like Pride FC, boxing, wrestling. Barnett is a pro wrestler and currently works in UFC, I believe. He's a former heavyweight champion there. And I would make the argument, and this is just me, that they are the best commentary team in wrestling. I'd put money on that.
Today.
Today they are the best commentary team today. They focus on what I'm seeing. They inform me as sort of like this sort of New Japan neophyte that I consider myself as. And when they make jokes at each other, when they crack jokes, they never take precedence over what's being shown. They make a joke, they have a good laugh, it's back to the action. That's how it should be.
I've never heard this commentary because I don't get Access TV. So
I think you should check it out if you can find it on YouTube somewhere. It's pretty good. It's really good.
I'll have to look that up. I'll try anyway because I live on an island in the middle of nowhere, you know.
And it's Wrestle Kingdom 9, which
And
I
it's
think is
Wrestle
the best
Kingdom,
show of the year.
It was a great show.
Probably my favorite show of the year.
It's what got him into New Japan.
It
And
is
committing 999 yen a month. So
see these fuckers got me by the balls, man.
Mhm.
Right by the gonads.
They do. And
The
are
ball
there any
sack.
other
The two veg, meat and berries. What?
Put your balls away and we'll talk about wrestling.
Oh, it's not that kind of show. Sorry. What were we talking about?
Sorry. King of Pro Wrestling. Is there any other matches that you said most of them appear to be just regular old standard throwaway matches, but are there any sleepers, do you think? There has to be a sleeper.
I would think so. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match, Red Dragon, aka Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, taking on Roppongi Vice, which is the team of Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta.
Gotta love some Roppongi Vice.
Right? Their theme song is catchy. Will stick to your head like bubblegum tarts. It's pretty amazing.
Almost as catchy as Mbop for the Young Bucks.
A little bit, right? A little bit. But yeah, the junior heavyweight tag team scene, I'd argue, is much stronger than the heavyweight tag title scene in New Japan. Not only with Red Dragon and Roppongi Vice, but I think you also have to consider the Young Bucks, like you said. And the Time Splitters.
For life. And the Time Splitters, whenever Alex Shelley comes back from having his, teeth knocked out.
I think he did. I think he returned. He returned at the past show. They challenged Red Dragon for the titles, and they lost.
This poor guy has the worst luck in all of creation.
He is, but he's good, which makes it even sadder.
Exactly. I mean, the man comes back from injury. He's had to pull out of 2 consecutive Best of the Super Juniors for injuries. Mm-hmm. And then he comes back, and then he gets his freaking teeth knocked out.
It's a stroke of bad luck for the Time Splitter.
Yes, unfortunately. Hopefully he can go for... Maybe that should be his wish on, New Year's Eve, so he can have an injury-free year or something.
I'd say it's fair, but... I don't know.
Ooh. We have a guest?
Do we now?
A guest?
People, I'm like a superhero because that dumbass Robbie thought that he was slick by calling him Kazuchika, and my senses went off immediately. Mm-hmm. I said, you know what? I cannot do this. I gotta call in to the hold 1005. Matty Mambo himself, the Black Buck, the man, the myth, the legend, gonna be on next week. But Robbie, you thought you were slick.
I thought I was.
Have to say, no. Kazuchika Okada.
It's Kazuchika.
Maddie, it's fucking late. I was working all day, 8 hours in front of the computer. Leave me alone.
No excuse.
Okay, Black.
No, there is no excuse. Especially after the educational course that I provided on my podcast, which is the I5 Wrestling Podcast, which will be coming back shortly, sooner rather than you think.
Little plug.
However, we even texted a whole dialogue today about Kazuchika.
Yes, we did.
My Solid Monster kind of crawled up there. Sorry.
So your ass deserves a super kick, a huge super kick.
So the black buck's gonna kick the white buck. Okay, that's fine.
Exactly.
Whatever. Jeez.
And then
see,
the only bullet babies left standing. So.
We're never gonna win. We're never gonna win Taz that way.
It's gonna happen. You got to get ready for it, and you'll never know when it's coming.
No, I'm gonna wake up.
When it's coming.
I'm gonna wake up, sit up in my bed, and I'm gonna get a face full of foot, courtesy of Matty Mambo.
Yep,
Yes.
exactly. Or even better, when you're in the bathroom trying to take a shit, and then you get up, boom, right in the face.
It's just gonna fly everywhere. Just feces
Right
on the
in
wall.
Face. Yep.
Feces on the wall.
You're gonna have shit everywhere on the ground.
On the mirror.
You
in
know,
the shower.
probably on the mirror, in the shower, probably in your mouth even.
Probably not too. Hardcore floss job that I'm gonna have to do. Gonna have to go to work late. They're gonna wonder, oh, what did Robbie do? Why are you so late? Well, I was just taking a big massive dump out of nowhere. This crazy ass motherfucker come out of nowhere, super kicks me in the head. Next thing I know, boom, poopy mouth.
Exactly.
Poopy mouth.
And at least Brandi didn't say it incorrectly this time.
Because I was talking the most about it. I was running my candy ass mouth.
You were, and I learned. I was nervous on the first episode, which is why I mispronounced it. And I'd be like, oh no, Maddie's going to disown me as a friend, so I need to correct myself hella quick.
Well, he's not going to disown me. He's just going to kick me in the face and give me the poopy mouth.
Well, yeah, because you're a dude, and he can't really super kick a girl, so...
Well, he can if he wants to make a heel turn, but I don't know if he wants to. As a matter of fact, I think this is probably the podcast where he does make his heel turn. He's already ran me down.
Well, I can super kick a girl because the Young Bucks super kicked the damn kid. Anyone see that video of when the Bucks super kicked the kids in the ring?
Yeah. And
yes.
So they ain't afraid. I ain't afraid. Those are my brothers.
I'd love to see you
Those are my
try,
brothers.
because I'd kick you in the nuts so fast.
And I'm not even done with my rant here.
Uh-oh.
Kazuchika, that's the one thing. Tell me, Robbie, who is Matt Seidel?
You know, my lady friend already...
Matt Seidel?
Again,
Who
Maddie.
is he? Who does he wrestle for?
I don't know, but I believe he's teaming with Shinsuke at the moment, so we might have to look that up.
Matt Seidel, reborn Matt Seidel.
No, it's Matt Seidel into the TNA title picture because my brother is more popular than I am, which is the only reason why I won the world title.
Well, at first I thought he said Matt Cider, like apple cider.
No. Though I did have apple
What?
cider for my breakfast, so, you know.
Yeah, well, of course you had apple cider because you're an old-ass man. And hey,
Hey, Maddie.
and also, speaking of which, listen, I love the show.
Mhm.
I love the producer of the show. It's very well put together. But tell me, what is up with these 15-minute breaks of songs?
We have to take a break to give you guys, let you guys go get something to drink, have some time,
Take a
get
shit
ready
and
for the second half.
take a shit and
No,
hopefully
I
not
don't
get kicked in
want
the
that.
face.
I want hard-hitting action.
That practice,
And how about some actual commercials? I don't want to hear country.
that practice is currently under review.
Let's
You
get
heard
some
it
better
right from the
music.
boss man's mouth.
Let's get some Spanish music, something I could dance to.
Well, I believe we had the Nene song before, but if you want to dance to
Oh,
that.
fuck that song. Fuck that song. Yes, just like that. Just like that. Put on some Enrique Iglesias, and I will listen to that. And I'll probably won't even listen to the rest of the show, honestly. So your next break, just play Enrique Iglesias. And
We'll take that under advisement. I was going to suggest Umbop by Hanson since you were going to be on the show.
Oh, all right. Or maybe a little bit of Mambo Italiano. Hey, Mambo Italiano. See, I'm even singing.
Yeah. So next week is definitely a can't miss episode because we're going to be joined by the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, the Black Buck, Matty Mambo, our good friend from the I Have Until 5 Ref or I5 podcast.
That's right, baby. I5 podcast. You can find me at www.ihavetil5ref.com live blog. I got all your updates, all your thoughts, and
And he has
I'm also
good articles.
Oh, I have excellent articles. I am the best writer on this website that I write for, Ringside News, and I only do it for the money. Everybody knows I do it for the money.
Black Buck, everybody. Black Buck, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't script this shit.
But I'm definitely in negotiations with 87 Talk Radio, whatever the radio station is called that I'm on right now. I'm definitely in talks to get something going with them. Only the producer doesn't know that yet because I didn't email him yet. But I'm gonna get to you. Don't worry. And maybe, who knows? Maybe you'll see the I5 as a weekly live radio show.
Yes,
That's right, baby.
Yay.
That's right, baby. Next week, you better be listening. If not, I'm going to find your ass.
He'll find your ass
And
regardless.
super kick him.
Just mispronouncing a couple names, so he'll find you.
his shins, his
We're going to talk about
signs will go off.
We're going to talk about everything from King of Pro Wrestling. We got Takeover on Wednesday. Tomorrow we got to discuss Paige's breasts. It's going to be a fun show, people. And we've only got an hour. That's the worst thing. It's only an hour.
That just means we have to have you back again.
They should make it 2 hours.
I don't know, man.
Make it a 2-hour special, just like the WWE Network.
I don't know, man. Raw went to 3 hours after being with 2. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes less is more in some cases.
Oh, 3. Speaking of 3 hours, how shitty was that show yesterday, apart from the ending? Why do you have Paige? Why are Team Bad facing the Bella Twins? Why are the Bella Twins coming out in a limo?
I don't know. I guess they
because Nikki Bella is fucking John Cena.
I was going to say they robbed Sasha Banks, but that works too.
And I know Nikki came out with a quote about how it's funny how people think she was only Divas champion for 300 days because of her boyfriend. It's funny because it's fucking true.
It is. Right. They got him the sour.
Right.
And bitches on Tumblr, come at me. I don't give a fuck. I'll give you clear-cut points and reasons and a well-argued rant about why that was the only reason why she's been on top of the Divas division.
It's okay to admit that there's some nepotism in wrestling. It doesn't make one person bad. It just means that there are certain privileges that some people have over others.
Right. And also, I want to break a big announcement. I am going to start a GoFundMe so that people can give me money, for no reason. And the prize is you're going to get an exclusive I5 shirt. But however, the shirt that I am doing a crowdsourcing for, not all the proceeds, maybe about 0.2% of the proceeds will go to Robbie, and it will be a shirt. It'll be a shirt, and the front is just going to say the word neophyte.
Yeah. You just gotta learn how to spell it. No, seriously, give it to me, man. Give it to me. Give me all the shirts.
Well, he's looking for money now since he quit Ringside News.
Yo, I'm the Black Buck, baby. I'm trying to make money off everything.
Exactly. Well, he needs the money because he quit Ringside News. So.
I did.
Exactly.
I did. It was a good. I had a good run.
He's got a girlfriend to support, and Christmas is coming up.
I do.
You're fine. You live in Alaska. You don't need any presents. Living in a damn igloo. That's where Santa Claus lives, right, Alaska?
Yes, he's about 300 miles north of me.
And goddamn, Brandi, with all the damn people you probably know Santa. And the elves.
I do know some elves. I don't know if they're the elves, but I know some elves.
Yeah, and Robbie's one of them.
Oh, fuck you, dude. I'll super kick you in the damn face. See how you like it. See how you like pooping your mouth.
Long Island, son of a bitch. Fuck Long Island. It's all about the Bronx, baby.
Man, Bronx can suck my balls, dude.
Long Island. Long Island. L-O-N-G and then Island. Long Island.
To paraphrase Eric Cartman, the great Eric Cartman, Bronx can suck my dick and balls.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to super kick you in the dick and balls. Because while you're taking a shit, I'm going to be coming from beneath the toilet with the super kick.
What the hell? What are
You're
you?
going to get hit right in your dick and the balls at once.
What are you, goddamn necromancer? What the fuck, dude?
No, he's a Ninja Turtle, obviously.
Yep, it's the black buck, baby. That's how I roll. You'll never know when I'm coming.
No. And I think on that note, we'll go ahead and sign off for this week. And if you want more of the Black Buck and the realness that happens when the three of us are together, you got to listen next week, only on Hold 1005.